Court is calling 2023 CR 0056, State of Texas versus Thomas Navarro. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
William Davidson.
Are you Mr. Navarro?
Sure.
Mr. Navarro, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, sir.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we waived count one, proceed on count two with the enhancement paragraph.
Did you understand? And count two, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. If the state is able to prove the repeat offender enhancement allegation, your range of punishment will be anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 2. You'd agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State is opposed to your application. They're taking in consideration night mag number 762184 and 762186. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainants and night mag number 762184. That includes Circle K at 5100 Crestway in Windcrest, Texas, 78239. Jennifer Green, Michael Shannon, Luis Molina, Amanda Aldana, William Blue, and Christopher Johnson. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
It is, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is asking that you have no contact with the complainants that are listed in NIMAC number 762184. Did you understand that's a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
To count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? To the enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
True. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. All right, counsel, are you asking for a PSI or are you okay with the court proceeding with criminal history from the state and any other evidence that you wish to present?
Yes, Your Honor, providing I have some time to get my witnesses.
All right, do you want to set it on the same date as your other case?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 0056, State of Texas versus Thomas Navarro. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
William Davidson.
And are you Mr. Navarro? All right, you entered a plea to count 2 on May 28th of no contest. You pled true to the enhancement. The court found the enhancement true. Your range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life because it's a first-degree felony. However, according to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is taking 2 causes into consideration. And then there's restitution to 6 persons and 1 entity, and that will be Circle K at Crestway. All right, there was not a PSI requested in this case. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
It's my client, Your Honor. Well, actually, I have one more witness who just showed up.
Sure.
Shannon, what's your last name? No. Yeah,
All right, if you'll step back here, sir. Defense, call your witness.
Shannon. And here's the.
All right, if you can raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear.
Okay,
All right, state your name for the record.
Shannon Dowdell,
Shannon
Dowdell,
and
Dowdell.
To put him on deferred probation, would you help him go to his appointments or do anything he had to do to comply?
Of course.
And do you have a criminal background?
No, Your Honor.
And are you addicted to any drugs?
No,
And where was he working prior to this?
he was working for, he was lifting houses and leveling out the foundation of homes.
Okay. Do you know whether or not he could get that job back?
Yes, it's waiting for him.
And as far as drug treatment, how does he address his heroin problem at this point?
He had just started using methadone prior to this.
When you say methadone, you mean a clinic?
Yes,
And you're aware of this case before you came in here today, correct?
yes.
I'm gonna pass it on to Sean.
all right.
I'm sorry, man, what's your full name?
Shannon Dowdell.
So you were there when he was arrested on October 17th, 2022?
No, I was not.
You're Kim Dow, right?
Yes. Oh, in the car when we got pulled over, yes, I was the driver.
Because you were there, heroin was found on him,
It was not found on him.
found in the car.
It was not found in the car.
It was found.
The police officer had found it, on neck underneath like the passenger side on the ground.
Stepped out of the car.
No, not when he stepped out of the car. We had actually, no, it was not. Okay.
Was there marijuana found in the car?
Yes, there was.
You charged with that?
No, I was not.
And you're also aware that that Mr. Navarro is also a documented, Texas Mafia member.
I heard that was his past.
That's his past.
Yes.
When did he, leave that organization?
I'm not aware.
So you're not aware when he left, but you're aware that he did leave.
Yes.
No further questions, John.
That's all I have for this one, Sean.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
What are their ages?
25, 21, 18, 17, 10, 9, and about to be 8.
All right, you say 10, 9, and what else?
About to be 8. He'll be 8 on the 23rd of this.
All right, and do your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
All right, so you knew of Mr. Navarro's past before you started dating him?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, and so has he been living with you?
He did live with me, Your Honor.
All right,
During the time that he lived with me, he was clean. He wasn't doing any drugs. He was going to work every day. He was giving me his paycheck. When he did relapse, he was not allowed to be in my home. And that's apparently when all of this has come
so,
up.
but you knew about his past and you thought this would be a great influence for your children.
He was not on drugs when I
Now,
met him.
my question is, you knew about his past, you knew about the gang affiliation, and you thought this would be the person to bring in your children's life.
I didn't know him in his past, Your Honor, but when I had met Navarro, he was sober, he was clean, he's a great role model when he's not on drugs. My kids look up to that man very much. When he is on drugs, he does make poor decisions. I do respect the fact that he reached out to try to get help. I watched him go through that. My kids did not see any of that, Your Honor.
All right, so when you were in the vehicle with him,
Yes,
you knew there was marijuana in the vehicle.
I didn't, Your Honor.
So you didn't know about any of the drugs being in the vehicle.
No, I didn't.
All right. Any other questions?
There you
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
go. My client, Your Honor, Thomas Navarro.
All right, if he can come back up. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up for me and the court reporter. If you'll state your name for the record.
Thomas Navarro.
All right, defense.
Thomas, you know why you're here today, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a drug problem?
Yes, sir.
And what's your drug of choice?
Heroin.
And if this judge sees fit to put you on deferred probation, will you abide by the terms and conditions, including any kind of treatment program?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of treatment were you engaging in before you were arrested for this offense?
I went to a methadone clinic.
And was that helping?
Yes, sir.
And on the day that this happened, were you still a Mexican mafia member?
No, sir.
When did you leave that,
Since 2014.
2014? So you're an ex-Mexican mafia member, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if this judge puts you on probation, do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
And what's it doing?
Leveling houses,
What?
stone house, leveling houses
Leveling houses, okay. And who would you be living with?
with Shannon.
With who?
Shannon.
Shannon. Do you have other family here in town?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Who?
I have my brother and my mom.
Okay.
My son
And your son. Where does your son work?
at Walmart.
Are these people supportive of you?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you could complete a deferred adjudication probation without having to get revoked and come back and be sentenced?
Yes, sir.
And you understand this is a first degree felony. What could you be sentenced to in the worst case?
Not very much.
You want to come back, do you? Yes, witness.
State?
Yes, Mr. Navarro, you admit that you were convicted of the repeat allegation, which was possession 1 to 4 grams back in 2020.
Yes, sir.
But you also had a conviction for aggravated assault with deadly weapon in 2008. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You were sent to prison. You actually received probation, but then you were subsequently sent to prison. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right.
I have no questions, John.
All right, any other witnesses?
No.
Court will hear argument. State, what are you requesting?
State request to 10 years to TBC.
Defense?
We are requesting some level of deferred probation. My client has a place to stay. He has a plan to deal with his drug habit. You've heard his girlfriend come up here and tell you that she's going to help out with him. And he's also resigned from the Mexican mafia.
Okay. All right. Mr. Navarro, I want you to know that I've heard everything that both parties have said. I've internalized everything. I've listened to the testimony, your testimony, and the testimony of the witness. I don't believe you're a good candidate for probation. As previously stated, I'm finding the enhancement true. I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I request the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in prison. There's to be restitution and no contact with Circle K at 5100 Crest Way in Windcrest, Texas, 78239. Jennifer Green, Michael Shannon, Luis Molina, Amanda Aldana, William Blue, Christopher Johnson, and there's to be no contact with Shannon Dow. All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, did you have something you wanted to say, miss?
Yes.
Because you're not being a good parent to your children. You've been driving around with him in a vehicle, and I don't have the legal ability to do it, but I know if I drug tested you today, it would not come out nice. I don't know why I do not know why someone would bring a guy into their household who has all of these things going on. Guess what? If it's just you by yourself, you're an adult. Children have to go where their parents go, and they're expecting that their parents are making good decisions for them, and you are not. You and the person who's with you with their arms folded, y'all are excused. Goodbye.
You could drug test me and I am clean. I'm not from Texas.
Yeah, I think you are dirty. Thanks. Court is calling 2024 CR 5145, State of Texas versus Missy and Torres. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Sableman.
Defense?
Robert Barron for Ms. Torres.
Are you Ms. Torres? Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge, and just for the record, we want the court to know her name is Missy Ann Torres, not Missy Anya.
All right. Missy Ann Torres, is that correct? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes,
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
State any amendments to the indictment?
Waiving count one, proceeding on count two, Your Honor.
Without objection.
And then with regards to her name? Do you want to include an AKA?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and that AKA, I'm assuming will be Missy Ann Torres?
Yes, that's her correct name, Judge.
Is that ANN?
Yes.
It is.
thank you.
All right, any objections?
None.
All right, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes,
All right, off the record. So the schedule of drug y'all have, it says penalty group 1. So
Yes.
it's 1 and 1B?
It's just one, Judge. One.
Okay, do y'all want to correct that? Is it 1 and 1B?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay,
At least according to version 19 of the Texas DPS
Okay.
offense code.
all right. Do you have any objections?
Don't judge.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
yes, Your Honor.
And then did you understand the state is proceeding on count 2 of the indictment? And count 2 of the indictment is possession of methamphetamine, 4 to 200 grams. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand the range of punishment for this offense is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes,
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, state is proceeding on count 2. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and they're solid on your application. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Do you all want a full PSI on this? Because what I would need to know is, of course, whatever evidence or witnesses that would be presented to the court, and I need to know her criminal history.
Well, her criminal history is,
Well, no, the reason being is because there's an application for deferred adjudication. If we do a PSI, the PSI is going to take some time.
Right.
So if you all want to provide that information to me at sentencing, then it would be a matter of, if you have witnesses, when are you able to have your witnesses present?
we won't have any witnesses other than possibly Ms. Torres.
All right. So y'all want to come back in 2 weeks?
Sure.
All right, you want to come back in 2 weeks?
That's it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. All right, we'll be back at 9 a.m. At that time, the court will make a decision on your application.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you, you too.
Finish up with the probation.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, are we here for sentencing?
I believe so, Judge. We had reset it for a couple weeks. For sentencing only. I didn't know if that meant there would be a TAP evaluation or not, but apparently not. So
Well, on this case, it would be, I think you all, both parties agreed to provide the court with a ICTC.
oh, well, I guess that would be the state, because I certainly don't have access to
Yeah.
that.
Because I believe the state is silent.
Correct. I'm not mistaken, Judge, your history is some misdemeanors.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 5145, State of Texas versus Missy Anna Torres. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Robert Behrens for Ms. Torres.
And are you Ms. Torres? All right, you need to speak up so the court reporter can hear. All right, we're here for sentencing today. According to the plea bargain agreement, she pled no contest to count 2 of the indictment. She applied for deferred adjudication. The state is proceeding only on count 2 according to the plea bargain agreement. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and the state is silent on the defendant's application. The court requested that the defendant's criminal history be provided to the court. There were no objections to the court receiving that from the state. Is that correct?
Correct.
And any objections to the court reviewing that?
No, Judge, of course not.
All right, the state is silent. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, of course, Ms. Torres is hoping you'll grant her application for deferred. She's in self-employed cleaning houses. She has several customers that rely on her. She has a few kids. She's just asking for the court to maybe direct her to some outpatient treatment because she believes she needs some help with this problem. And other than that, again, she's just hoping you'll grant her application.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Missy Torres, Missy Ann Torres.
All right, so you're going to get drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
They will come back a positive.
Positive for what?
Methamphetamine.
All right, so how often are you using meth?
I only do it when I'm under stress, and I did it because I could get denied for adjudication, so
I'm sorry, what?
I could get denied the application. So I just kind of was I just do it when I'm under stress. So I know I have a problem and I don't do it like around my children. I don't do it, every day. It's just, when I'm under stress and I was, really scared. So, and really under stress. So I don't do it when I go to work. I don't do it, every day, like I said.
All right, so how many children do you have?
I have 3,
What are their ages?
11, 8, and 5.
And where are they now?
2 of them are with their dad and 1 is with my grandma.
All right, with your grandmother, so their great grandmother?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, do you help take care of your children?
Yes.
How
I-
often?
I see them every other weekend, and I don't pay child support, but I pay them, my exes, and I have my daughter. My daughter is with me.
No, you just said your daughter is with the
Yeah,
great
but
grandmother.
I live with my grandmother. This was it.
All right.
So I help take care of. She
All right.
helps me take care of her.
Okay. So 1, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be cleaning houses
Okay.
because of the nature of this offense. And 2, I don't think it's appropriate for you right now to be taking care of your children.
That's why I'm asking for help, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I was asking for help, Your Honor. That's why.
All right, your help is not going to be outpatient treatment if I grant this application for deferred adjudication. So you're going into custody today.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a matter of what I'm going to do with you. I will tell you the court's issue, and if you want to address this, I know the state is proceeding on count 2 of possession, but she had a lot of drugs with her.
No,
So I don't understand, if you're working homes, then why do you have a scale with
Wait.
you? Because that's, according to this, you had drugs, you had a scale in your purse, and there were baggies totaling 32.0 grams.
well, Your Honor, I was a heavy user back then, and it was.
Oh, you're not, I tell you what, I don't think, and if I'm wrong, correct me, I don't think you were using 32 grams of meth.
It was only 28.
No, you have meth here for 4.964 grams, and you also have meth for 27.459 grams. And what you pled to in count 2 was a possession 4 to 200 grams. So this is not a possession 1 to 4. So we're talking about 27 grams. And according to the stipulations, that what was found in your bag, it says, I searched her bag and inside a Paris Hilton makeup bag box were baggies, a scale, and crystal-like substance inside a cut vacuum sealed bag. That's from your Paris Hilton makeup bag.
So what I had, the meth was it was double bagged in a sandwich bag. So yes, ma'am, I know it was 20, but it's because that was my personal. I didn't have any other. And last time I went, they tried to only give me which was 14 grams. So I had to.
No, what I'm telling you is, they said the baggie found in Robert's pocket tested positive for meth and had a field weight of
That was
6.12
Robert,
grams.
that wasn't mine.
No, I'm not saying that was yours. So the 6.12 grams that were found in his pocket, they're saying that was his. It was in his pocket. But the baggie, which was found in Missy's purse, tested positive for meth and had a field weight of 32.09 grams. Now, mind you, what they do in the field, I already know that testing drugs in the field are not legal for court. So I'm not considering the weight and what they said in the field. I'm considering what has been given to me for laboratory reports. So this was the professionals testing it, not a presumptive. And it says 27.459 grams was the net weight of the meth that you had in your Paris Hilton bag.
Yes, Your Honor. And I will say that I used to use a whole ounce within 2 to 3 days. So I was a heavy user, and like I said, they tried to give me half of that the last time, and right now it's going for 250. So if I'm paying 250, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to make sure. I'm just being honest, and I'm sorry. Excuse me for being.
No, I
Transparent.
want you to be honest and I want you to be transparent.
I'm sorry for being transparent, but it's something that I feel like I work for my money, and I didn't want just to get gypped again. I can promise you I didn't sell anything. It was because I've been gypped many times. So I did get it. Now it was double bagged because I don't know, that's the way they gave it to me. I can't, and it is my mistake and I'm taking full responsibility, but I wasn't selling drugs. I wouldn't, I have a job. And back then I was, a heavy user where I would just do it before work, after work, and I didn't have my children in my life. Now I do have my children back in my life, and I'm trying to be a good mom. So I thank you for, giving me an inpatient program.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm going to give you
Oh, I'm
inpatient.
sorry.
What I'm saying is that you're not walking out of this courtroom today. Either you're going to be going to prison or either you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. So it's very important that you be 100% honest with me, because I'm telling you, the state proceeded on a possession, but the amount of drugs you had and the way they were packaged, that's concerning for the court. So you're saying that you just bought a bunch of meth and you were saving it up for use?
So I would use within 2 to 3 days, that was all my personal. Like I said, they tried to sell me half of that one time, and I went back to the same person, but I said, I'm gonna weigh it myself to make sure I'm getting the right amount, because it's just, I'm an addict. I'm sorry, I am. And we're not.
So you travel with your own scale?
Well, at the time I did, because like I said, I've been gypped, and when you're an addict, that's all you think of, just how to get, make sure you're getting what you need. And honestly, I can see where I made my mistake, but I'm being honest with you. It was my skeleton measure. So my personal, that's it. And I don't know if Robert would tell you that was my personal as well. Like, I mean, I don't want to call him or anything, you can if you want to. But he would tell you that's what I used to pick up.
Oh, no,
every
I'm not going to be
3 days.
calling Robert, because Robert probably has a case of his own.
Right. But I'm saying Robert can tell you too, within 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 days, really, it would have been gone, and I would have been back doing it again. Now I don't. It was kind of like a stress thing. And
Where did you get your drugs to use today before you came to court?
Just an old friend. I hadn't talked to him since, and it was on Saturday when I knew it was, coming, and I guess I felt,
Can I
Yes.
say something? I think the fact that she would actually go out and do the same drugs that she's about to get sentenced for in a couple of days, I think really speaks to the fact that she has a serious addiction problem that I think only rehab can treat. And if you decide that's ISF or SATF or SAFE, we understand that, but I think she really needs treatment.
All right, this is what the court is there anything else for me to sign? All right, this is what the court is going to do. I see that she hasn't been to prison before. I'm going to find her guilty, sentence her to 6 years in the prison, the therapeutic community. There's to be no contact with Robert Marble, give her credit for any time served, and I'll retain jurisdiction.
Okay,
And you can explain to her what that means. All right, we can go off the record. I'll tell her. So here's the thing. When I say that I'm going to retain jurisdiction, what that means is they're going to take you to prison. If you're following the rules at the prison, if you're working on yourself, because they have programs at the prison, your attorney can file a motion. It's called shock probation. Back when I was growing up, they would have scared straight programs. So shock probation is sort of a scared straight program. So hopefully when you go to prison, you will clear your mind.
Yes.
The drug use or the addiction that you have, the craving that you have will be lifted. And if you are doing what you're supposed to do at the prison, if there are no bad reports at the prison, when your attorney comes back for a request for shock probation, I will strongly consider it. So while you're at the prison, you have 180 days. That's when he needs to bring it back before me before that time period. So you're going to do 6 months. And if you are doing well, if there are no write-ups against you, then the court will strongly consider giving you probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, well, I mean, these are going to be choices that you make. It's going to be completely up to you whether or not I strongly consider giving you probation. Your attorney will explain it to you further, but any programs that they have at the prison, like the therapeutic community, to address your issue, you need to take it. I know they have parenting classes at the jail. I don't know how long the transfer will be, but you need to take advantage of that. When you see people come before me and they've gone to anger management class, they've done parenting classes, they've availed themselves of everything at the jail and everything at the prison, that is what you need to do. You need to immediately sign up for it. If for some reason there's overcrowding and they don't give it to you, it would be better for you to have signed up for it than to just throw up your hands and say, I'm not trying. Do you understand?
Yes.
And next time, if you have a case before any judge, don't use before coming to court. You understand? But I do appreciate your honesty, but you're going to have to get your life in order. Otherwise, children is going to be without their mom. You understand? All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
thank you.
Court is calling 2024 CR 4115, State of Texas versus Lorraine Nicole Farias. Could I have the parties announced for the record, please?
Jason Garrett, here for the state, Your Honor. Ray Lopez for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Lorraine Farias?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
The charge is theft under $2,500 enhanced. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, 16 months in the state jail facility, no applications. State will take in consideration 7270220. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
To the offense, how do you plead?
A no contest.
State any evidence.
Yes. No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waivering Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. We just asked the court to follow the plea bargain agreement.
Court is going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Take in consideration 727020. There's to be no contact with Richard Ramirez and no contact with Coles. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Stop stealing.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? Is a day in custody worth a pair of Nikes? You act as though it is because you keep doing this. Stop.
Yes,
Things are just things. If you want things, go get a job, pay for it.
Yes,
And if you think it's too expensive, then that means that you don't need it. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Lorraine Nicole Farias, age 40. 2024 theft under $2,500 enhanced. Offense and arrest date February 5, 2024. Sentenced 16 months, jail credit 127 days. 2024 fail TO ID fugitive intent, give false info offense date February 5, 2024. Dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2020 fail TO ID fugitive intent, give false info offense date December 24, 2020, dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2020 robbery offense date April 7, 2020, probation denied, sentence 2 years, transferred to TDC on February 22, 2021. 2019 possession with intent TO deliver controlled substance penalty group 1 4 grams to 200 grams offense date July 2, 2019, sentenced 5 years concurrent, transferred TDC February 22, 2021, def released TDCJ August 5, 2022.
2018 out-of-county warrant offense and arrest date May 6, 2018. 2017 Comal County theft property $2,500 2 or more previous convictions offense and arrest date June 7, 2017 transferred to TDC, 14-month state jail. 2017 Comal County failed TO identify giving false/fictitious info, charges dismissed. 2016 unauthorized use vehicle offense and arrest date May 26, 2016 rejected, further investigation. 2015 theft under $2,500 enhanced, offense and arrest date September 21, 2015. Sentenced 6 months concurrent, sentence expired early. 2015 evade arrest or detention offense and arrest date 09/21/2015, sentence time served 53 days concurrent. 2015 S prostitution, 3 or more priors offense date July 7, 2015 dismissed, defendant convicted other.
2014 theft under $1,500 enhanced offense and arrest date March 22, 2014 defendant reject drug court sentence time served 167 days concurrent. 2014 possession with intent TO deliver controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1 gram offense and arrest date September 13, 2014 dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2014 another S prostitution offense date October 14, 2013 sentenced 10 days. 2014 Utah possession of forged writing or device for writing. 2014 Utah false information to law enforcement or government agency. 2014 Utah retail thefts/acts constituting shoplifting. 2013 SMEX work offense, date the 14th of October 2013, sentence 12 days. 2013 SMEX work offense date 10/03, 2013, sentenced 18 days, 9 days credit. 2011 theft $50 to $500 offense date. 05/05, the 2011 sentenced 60 days, sentence expired early, served 30 days. 2011, HEB, theft $50 to $500 offense date the 21st of April 2011, sentenced 45 days, 23 days credit. Crim Mish $50 to $500 offense date. The 17th of August 2002, broke 2 windows in police vehicle, sentenced 6 months deferred, probation revoked, sentence 30 days, sent expired early, served 12 days.
Actual local jail time served. February 5, 2024 to September 10, 2024, transferred to. December 24, 2020 to February 22, 2021, case dismissed. April 7, 2020 to July 19, 2020, released on bond. December 18, 2019 to January 16, 2020, released on bond. July 2, 2019, same day, released on bond. May 16, 2018 to June 27, 2018, Comal County transferred to state jail. May 6, 2018 to May 16, 2018, transferred to Comal. June 7, 2017 to September 22, 2017, Comal County, released on bond. May 26, 2016 to August 24, 2016, case dismissed. September 21, 2015 to December 20, 2015, transferred to. September 13, 2014 to February 5, 2015, released on bond. August 17, 2014 to September 3, 2014, released on bond. August 16, 2014 to August 17, 2014, Brazos County transferred to other agency. March 22, 2014, 4 days, PR bond. December 25, 2013 to January 14, 2014, transferred to. October 14, 2013, 10 days, transferred to. November 1, 2011 to December 8, 2011, transferred to. April 21, 2011, same day, PR bond. July 14, 2003, 11 days, sentence expired early. June 5, 2003, 1 day, released on bond. March 29, 2003, 2 days, released on bond. August 17, 2002, 2 days, released on bond.